pandemic is not only physical, but can be a crisis for the mind. We responded with psychological first aid to be compassionate and kind. We don't use bandages and plasters, but words and time and space. We know that feeling safe, connected, effective, hopeful and calm is vital in this place.
What we found when we went looking was better than we hoped. We were amazed with your resilience and what you were doing to cope. We saw you wanting to make a difference and to do your bit, redeployed to new areas, not always with your choosing, but getting on with it. Being welcome, valued, missed when out of your comfort zone, hoping that one day you will return to your working team and home.
We saw you bracing for the impact, but not getting the surge, realising that the waiting is harder than the work, information overload and working overtime, work and life unbalanced with no reason or rhyme.
We saw humour and humility, teamwork and pulling together, going the extra mile, standing up for one another.
We saw effort that was valued, resilience, innovation and being brave, checking in and being thoughtful, even asking if we were okay. We saw applause when survivors were discharged, boards of names in hearts, celebrating discharge or the death, everyone doing their part.
We saw overwhelming loss and unpredictable death, having to learn new skills fast, with no space for breath. We saw days where the fight was lost to the dark, the worst imaginable, a treasured colleague known to many. He made time to remember everybody's name. He truly made his mark.
We saw a dedication to proper care, despite the fear of infection, fear of taking home the virus, struggles with equipment for personal protection.
We saw shows of bravery and courage. Difficult decisions and personal sacrifices were made, but always showing gratitude for donations and caring gestures. Hardly a fair trade.
We saw compassion with half-covered faces, overcoming obstacles, finding ways to stay connected with those in isolated places. We saw you protect the dignity of patients when outside services weren't there. We saw you rise to challenges to make recovery easier to bear. For our patients without visitors and the sadness that brought, using whatever means necessary to keep them in their thoughts.
We heard the issues you talked about: anxiety, keeping safe and feeling lost, not being able to leave work at work and the lack of sleep it cost, being moved to new areas seemingly on a whim, feeling out of your depth and the future looking grim. You asked us for a wobble room, for space to think and process all of the change and uncertainty to help contain the distress.
We saw you being called heroes, but not always feeling brave, digging deep and carrying on, saying it's our job at the end of the day. So this is what we noticed, supporting the staff at South Tees and James Cook. We will not forget the effort and the courage that it took. We want to always be here and have the time to say, we're always rooting for you and it's okay not to be okay.